Hey friends, welcome to another video. Acho Winifo Brandon here. In this video, I want to be talking about some of the dumbest advice we have been given by the world as we grow up like a kid. I understand the fact that we grew up taking advice from different people who are older than us, and we don't have to blame ourselves from doing so because we believe these people have, a lot of life experience than we do, and if they could give us some kind of an advice based on their life experience, then it is worth giving out. But I kind of got a different perception when I read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. There was a quote in that book that says something like this. Let me read it directly from the book. Advice is one thing that is freely given away, but watch that you take only what is worth having. So when I read this, I tried to look at some of the common advice we have been given as we grew up, and I realized, honestly, some of these advice are really advice that are dumb. They are not worth keeping. That's why I'm going to break down all of those in this video. The first advice that we all hear everybody saying it is, do what you love. And I have spent a lot of time in my life trying to do these things, trying to look for something that I love, not realizing that sometimes the things you love might not get you the best out of life. We spend a lot of time looking to do what we love instead of going to something that is going to give us money, because really the world operates on money. If you don't really have a lot of money in this world today, you are really limited on what you could do. You could be, you could have passion for something. It's something you love, but that thing is not able to put food on your table. That thing is not able to pay your bills. That thing will not take care of your child, your mom, your dad if they are sick. That's why I think the advice that says do what you love is really something that is not worth taking. If what you love can bring enough money on the table, fine. But if the things you love cannot really bring this money that could pay for our bills, I will always tell people, go for what brings you the money. And once you have the money, you can always go out and do the things you love. But first, we need this money to get that security, to get that freedom, because that's one of the way, I think the only way you could have that freedom to do whatever you want to do in the world, which includes doing it. The second dumbest advice I've heard people tell me is this: good things come to the people that wait. The reason why I say this is a dumb advice is because this is not really how things are done. And this advice has been drafted to make people give up in life because, we get into a stage where we have tried things. I appreciate our effort. We have done our best, but things are not working. And somebody just walk up to you and say, it's okay. Just be patient. Just sit there and wait. If it was meant for you, it's going to come to you. There is nothing that is going to come to you. And by the way, nobody really cares if you've done your best or not. The world doesn't care. Your best is not enough. If you want to succeed at something, doing your best is not what is going to make you succeed. It's doing what it takes to succeed at that thing that will make you succeed. One of the differences you will see between people that have succeeded in something and the people that have kept trying but then just can't succeed is this. People that keep trying and do not succeed, they always feel like they have done their best and there was nothing else they could do. But honestly, if I really want to succeed at something, no matter what I've done, if I haven't succeeded yet, my mentality is this: there is a way I could go around this, because there is a way and I have to look for that way and do whatever it takes to succeed at that thing. I have done my best, but my goal the reason why I went in for this thing was not to do my best. The reason why I went in was to succeed. And whatever it takes for me to achieve that goal, I'm going to do it. The third dumbest advice I've heard people tell me is that I should always follow my heart. What my heart tells me, I should do it. Now, I want us to understand that our heart does not think. Our heart does not have a memory. So your heart will do what your brain tells it to do. Rather than always having this ideology that you should follow your heart, guys, please, if you want to follow your heart, at least take your brain along. Because our heart, the places that our hearts lead us, sometimes are not always the places that we want to be. We just go there without thinking because of physical action or some kind of thing that just happened and our heart just fell for that thing. But if you have the tendency of always listening to your heart and use your brain to think about what your heart is telling you, then I believe you always make better decisions in life. And this happens a lot in a relationship where people just, you see somebody and because you listen to your heart a lot, it tells you, okay, this person is this and this. You don't even think anything more. You just go into that relationship without thinking of the advantages, without thinking of how important, of how valuable that person could be in your life. We just go in there, and it turns out to be one of the worst decisions we ever made in our life. Not because we really love to be in this situation, but it's just because we follow our heart, but we do not use our brain to support what our heart was telling us. Another dumb advice I used to hear people say is, you are so young and you got all the time to figure it out. Let me give this as an example. If you go to I will take an example for myself. When I was like 20 years old, and if you ask me, what do I want to become 5 years from that time? I will tell you I wanted to be living in my own apartment. In my own house. I want to get married. I want to have a nice car, and I want to have a good sum of money in my bank account. But guess what? 25 years old, I was not able to achieve any of those things. Now, I'm not saying the vision you have is okay to achieve it at the time you wish to achieve that vision. But having a vision is not enough. I will tell you this for sure. The world we are living in today, there is nobody that is too young to achieve great things in life. It doesn't matter if you're 15, 16, 19, or 20 years old. You can start figuring things out at that time. The difference between people that will have this vision about themselves in 5 years and actually achieve that goal, and those that do not achieve it, is, some people support their vision with a certain kind of action. So if you are in this young age, if you're in your 20s and you think you got it all the time to figure it out, you are wrong. Take action. Do the little things. What do you want to become in 5 years? What does it take to become that thing? And what step are you now in your life towards becoming that person? If you want to become some kind of cyber security technician, if you want to become some kind of an architect, maybe you should be in a school studying, maybe you should have a course you are studying, but take action now, because this ideology that we are too young and we have a lot of time to figure things out will always put us in one spot. And a lot of times people pass through your 20s with this thought, thinking they are too young and they have the time to figure it out, until when you hit 30 and you realize you just can't figure things out anymore. The time you were supposed to use and experiment, your early 20s, try things, fail at things to really look what resonates with you, you spend those time just having this bubble in your mind that you still have a lot of years to figure things out. So if you are in your early age, honestly, there is no age that is too young to do things for yourself. The last but not the least dumbest advice I've heard is this: think positive thoughts and everything is gonna be okay. Now, don't get me wrong, it is extremely important for you to be a positive thinker, because that's one thing that will make you see a positive outcome in a negative situation. And once you start, seeing this positive outcome in this kind of situation, it gives you the courage to look for a way to work yourself out of this situation. But positive thinking is just a tip of the iceberg. It takes a lot other than just thinking positive for us to succeed in life. We need goals, we need to set goals, not just goals, realistic goals, and we have to break those goals down and wake up every single day, taking action, working on each plan we have set towards achieving this goal. It's a kind of funny thing now, because we have people that tell you, they'll just lay your hands on you and tell you are blessed, and you go out there, pray fast, pay your tithe, and become a millionaire. Things will never work that way. It doesn't matter how positive, it doesn't matter how much you believe in this thing, it's never gonna work. Like I've always said, the world is made up of action and reaction. For something to happen to you, you need to do something. Thinking positive is just like a fuel to your car. That's what will give you the push, that's what will give you the motivation to get things done. But what is really going to make you see massive results? It's actually maintaining the discipline to get those things done, to keep showing up every day, even though the results are not being seen at the moment. Be consistent and don't just give up on what you've set to do. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you got some important knowledge from this video. If that was the case, don't forget to give a thumbs up to the video. Also share the video and like the video to make sure it reaches a lot of people, so that they can also listen and learn from these dumb advices. If you love this video, then you should consider watching this video here, where I talk about the 6 things we should do if we really want to succeed in life. God bless you. Peace.